Good morning. This is Professor Anderson with I have a quick question and a query. I'm not sure what happened here. I'm looking through both of your submissions. Let me click back here real quickly. This is your first one. There's your second one, and I'm not sure why your feedback is not included over here. Oh, I don't know what's going on. There's a couple of things, and I apologize in advance. We switched over from a Gmail suite to an Outlook suite, and then on top of it, as I'm sure that you have seen, or perhaps you had an email, we've had some technical glitches. This is the first semester of switching over, so I wonder if that's happening. I'm having some problems, like figuring out how to get my screencasts to attach, actually how to have them saved in my Outlook. It's just little glitches that as we move forward and with this new system, we'll figure out and smooth over. So, John, I apologize. I'm going to give you some feedback for this and give you as much time as you'd like to incorporate. If you'd like to, just send me a quick email. I'm going to attach this here in the assignment, and then I will email you also just to make sure that we have communicated, because I'm also finding that sometimes the feedback is not, again, it might just be a quick glitch, but here we go. Here is writing assignment number 1. This is what we need to do. So we have to have incorporated 10 graphics for original, so forth. An introduction to the task that we're explaining. So you give this great introduction. What I recommend, here you have, this is almost a technical description and for you, and I think it's valid. I think it's perfectly fine. I was a little taken aback by the incorporation of this a little more detailed, again, like I said, a technical description. But that's because I don't know anything. I mean, I turn my computer on, pretty tech savvy with regards to programs, but not equipment. So I was looking and going like, blah, 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 oh my goodness, all of these technical specs, but they're a great inclusion to make certain that I'm using the right product, that a list of your materials of what you need. And then let's go in here to this list of materials. I love how you have these segmented into different areas. So you're installing the monitors, setting up the monitors, preparing or beginning your, before you begin. What I recommend is, while you've started everything with an action verb, prepare your desk area to ensure adequate space for monitors. Underneath, I would, hit return and then maybe tab in 2 spaces and say, dependent upon the size, given the size of these monitors, you will need X space. X space will be required. So define the type of space. So if I just say prepare your desk, I use a MacBook Pro, like for me to prepare my desk, I can work on my lap. So I would just define that a little. Prepare all your required items. Again, this looks like you have integrated this one direction, sort of looks like many of these. List the required items. Down here, you give additional items you'll need. Add those into these required items. So I would say number 2, prepare your required items, hit return, tab in maybe twice, and then say, these include blah, 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 A, B, C, D. Remove monitors from box, inspect for damage, inspect for components, inspect graphics card, and review the monitor components and functions. Now, I guess in here, okay, so I know nothing about how to do this. So again, part of that set of instructions, you need to know your audience. Here you give me a very technical description, and then you're giving me directions on certain things to do that require I would think a fairly good amount of knowledge on the subject. I would not know if the graphics card were installed or not. I would not know whether all the components were attached. So perhaps in here, the level of understanding that your audience should have inherently should be included, and or if you choose not to do that, then I would break each one of these steps down. If you're choosing to show, remove from the boxes, inspect for damage, all of those sequential steps, then I would integrate that information in that area. I like how you've shown me with the front and the back. This is what I would do. I would put these side by side or in the same area, like that hard edge that we talk about, and have one labeled rear view with port portals, frontal view with monitor, and then underneath of them, or as you have here, labeled each one of those. These additional items, again, I would move that up to here because this would look like I was starting all over again. For me, a total novice, like this is completely Greek to me. And then setting up the monitors. Here's where you had one line that says you might want to buy a triple desk or a corner L desk or something. I would think that would be part of the clearing the space area. Move and position the first monitor facing down on a safe flat surface. Align the base with the base arm. Locate and tighten the attached screws. Connect the arm stand. Again, these are fairly generic. I mean, I'm not sure how far into the weeds you want to get. Again, I think defining your audience will clear up all of this for me. Like if this is somebody who's used to installing equipment and used to taking computers out of the box and putting them up, this is a no-brainer. But for someone like me, who somebody does that for me because I don't know how to do that. I do the other stuff. Let's see. So this is where you want to have that. This is where you say, you're using dual fan cards. I don't know any of that. Move this in monitor first, second, third. Okay. On an L-shaped, I would use a capital L here instead of a lowercase L. It looks like a capital I just for that. And then here's this group of instructions here. Connect the APC 6 outlet surge protector strip to where? Inspect the strip. Connect. Okay, first HDMI cable. First monitor's power. Second HDMI. Second monitor's power. What I would do here is mark this connecting monitor cables and then connecting surge protector. And I would say, connect the plug or insert surge protector into the wall socket, connect select the first screen, connect the first HDMI cable, connect the first monitor, connect the HDMI cable to the first monitor, connect the first monitor's power cable, and then number 11 or whatever it ends up being. Repeat for monitors 2 and 3 for the second and third monitors. Unless it's here as a third port. I guess this section right here, I know it's redundant. I know that that's the purpose of it, is because you have 3 separate things. But when you have instructions that are repeated, multiple, 2 or 3 step instructions that you repeat 3 times on similar objects or the same object, then you can say repeat steps 1, 2, something like that. Configuring your display. This was all very straightforward. I understood this, but again, this is the part I understand. This is the part I do not understand. So just in general. And then I'm not sure the LED light clip. I think you have way past 25. I don't know if you were including this as separate. So again, that the clarity of who is your audience, that's where I think everything would be cleared away and straightened up for me. What I also recommend is the placement of your graphics. So you have awesome pictures and images that you've taken and then some that you've borrowed. You want to create a hard edge or a same placement on your white space for your images. Right now you have them kind of all over. Here's a little description of these, it's a subset figure. I would use one of those thought bubbles and balloon this out. So you're circling this and then bringing it around here so that you know that that's what that is. And then I would have all your images on one side and your tables on another. That just gives you a nice, clean, hard edge. So again, I'm giving you as long as you need. I apologize. I'm going to send this in your email too. Just email me back about when you think you may be able to integrate these. And I'm sorry for the confusion. There's some tech issues going on that we hope we can clear up soon.